How's it going, everyone? This is a Mithril Powder 2025 guide. After the new update of them buffing Mithril Powder, I figured, I'll go ahead and do my first ever guide. So, let me just get straight into it. I'm at Warp to Mines here, and this is what I'm using. I'm using Dimensional Sorrow, because the Dimensional gives 10 Mithril Powder per titanium ore mined. And my equipment is, I'm sorry, that's Hotham. My equipment is Royal Mithril. Royal for the 15% Mithril Powder from mining events in the Dwarven Mines bonus. And my drill is just a Mithril drill SXR326. And I just have my amber and my perfectly cut on it. And I'm using my spicy goblin amulet for 20% more powder. And powder pumpkin for 15% more mithril powder. And this is my heart of the mountain. I just use, whenever you get to the point where you have enough of mithril powder, this is my current powder. My glaciite's terrible. I just get max mining speed. And I'm also core of the mountain 9, so I just get max mining speed if you have enough for it. And since I have nothing else to level at the moment, I'm upgrading Mining Fortune. But for right now, you just want to get Mining Speed, Titanium Insanium, pick Obulus, Mining Fortune, Efficient Miner. You want to get Mole so you can go up, but you want to get Professional, Old School, Sky Mole. You just want to go over and get Sky Mole. That's why you go through these. And then, personally, I like having extra Wisdom so I level up faster. So I got Seasoned Buyman, Daily Powder, and Gem Lover. And if I go up, I got Powder Buff. You want to make sure you have that maxed because that gives 50% more powder from any source. And because I have some Glaciite Powder, not a lot, I went over to this, which gives you Dwarven Metals, and I'll get to that in a second. It gives you more mining speed for mining Mithril. Speedy Mineman for the more mining speed. More Block Fortune, even though it's, whatever. And I just got Fortunate Mineman for the extra fortune. And I'm core of the mountain level 9. Because the more you level it up, the more base powder you get. As you can see, you get 1% plus 1 extra base powder, 125% more powder, etc. You can see right there. And that's just what I use. This is my current powder setup. And to go to where you mine at, you just want to come over through here, past the Royal Palace, down through here, and up here is the best spot that I know of to mine because it has the most blue mithril powder, the most blue mithril. And you just want to mine this. And I'm using an auto pet rule for better, timing. I'm having it when I throw a fishing hook for the ball pet for the reduced cooldown. And I have it for when I gain mining XP, my mithril golem. And the reason why I'm using a mithril golem is because it gives plus 20% mithril powder, and it's like the best one to use, right? And mining speed when mining mithril. So that's the best one to use. And ball for the reduced cooldown, pickaxe ability cooldown, and that's just the best one. And I'll just throw my rod, and bam. And the reason why I'm using an Inferno rod is because I accidentally upgraded it to Inferno. I meant to upgrade this one right here to Inferno, but I accidentally had this one on me. This one was just a regular lava rod. But, that's just what I do. And then you just want to sit here and mine this blue mithril powder. And then you want to mine the titanium. And that's how you get most powder. Now, right now, it's better to do the passive events like the Goblin Raid, the Mithril Gourmand, and stuff like that. That's the best one to do actually right now. Most people don't do the passive mining where they're just mining mithril anymore since they buffed it. I mean, you make a lot of mithril powder from the passive events, so that's what I recommend to do. But because for efficiency, I still mine the mithril. And I'll throw in a podcast and mine the mithril and stuff like that. So that's what I recommend to do. And like I say, and one more thing is when you're doing the Dawn Espresso Tasty Mithril event, you want to mine as much of it as you can, and then you don't want to turn any of the tasty mithril in until the last 30 seconds. And you want to do that so you can mine as much as you can and turn in as much as you can, because if you don't, then, if you turn it in within the first minute, right, you get reduced powder, and that's just not good for anyone. So you basically grease it. But, that's basically everything. Like I say, this is my Hotum tree. And that's about it. Some people say to use sheer force. I mean, I used it and I didn't really like it. I just went back with Picobulus. So that's what I recommend to use is Picobulus. And if you don't have enough of mithril powder to max these, like I say, you want more titanium and insanium than you do anything. Like, fortune doesn't matter right now, right? Because you're not doing it for money, you're just doing it for the, powder, right? So you want to get mining speed and titanium, insanium, and efficient miner. Try to even it out, like, try to put like 20 levels into efficient miner, 20 into mining speed, 30 into titanium, insanium. And, that's the best thing to do. And that's just what I do. And I have daily powder. And of course, you can come up here and do fetcher. And then he'll say, like, hey, I need your help. I need this item. And you just have to go to the wiki and look it up. You can also come over to the palace and do these random. I've already done it, but come over to here and to here and come to the puzzler. And because I already did it, he says come back tomorrow. But, if you have a solver, I'm on Bad Lion, it'll light up a block green and you mine it, just like that. And you get more, I believe you get like 6k mithril powder. I don't remember anymore. But, like I say, when mining mithril powder, just make sure to have a powder pumpkin equipped. And you can use Dimensional Sorrow or Devon. But I don't want to mess up my Jaded Devon. So, I'm just using a cheap set of Sorrow right here that I just bought from the AH. And I'm using my Mithril equipment. And Mithril Golem. That's the best thing to do. And that's about it. So, thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good one. I almost forgot. To get these powder pumpkins, you'll be right here in the, Dwarven Mines. You want to run forward, come right over here to this bar, and talk to Brenmore, and then you can buy them right here. You can also buy 64, whatever. And also, by the way, if you do, I believe you can do at burp, something like that in chat. I think you just do burp. And then they'll do that, and you'll, get something. I've done it a long time ago, so it doesn't really matter. But thank you all for watching.